Hello again, YouTubers on SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel with part number 5 of our SpongeBob Petty Pursuit playthrough video series. We're going to dive right in now, and I'm going to explain what we're going to be doing in this video. As you can read from the title, we're revisiting the 5 Bikini Bottom levels in this video, and this we'll be doing something similar in parts 6 and 7 for Jellyfish Fields and Glove World respectively. Now the reason why I'm doing this now is just because I had some free time while I was traveling. So I figured, I just record this gameplay while I played and then a voiceover after. So for parts 5 to 7, it's kind of like a recording early and then, voicing over later. And basically these, I'm just going through levels we've already played through in parts 1 to 4, just trying to get more coins and spatulas. So far I have not actually completed a level and collected all coins in that level. This is specifically because literally every level has zones that require some other character, including the 2 that we have not gotten yet, Gary and Plankton. Specifically Plankton, I noticed that there are a lot of Plankton's hidden zones, which is unusual. I mean, I'm not sure why they did that, but regardless, it is what it is. So we'll basically use these videos to try to show you guys all of the remaining things that we kind of missed out. Using the characters that we've gotten so far, which is basically Patrick, Squidward, Sandy, and Mr. Krabs. And I'll be doing a quick roundup video, or maybe a set of roundup videos once we beat the game the first round, to collect or access all the zones that are remaining that can only be accessed with Gary and Plankton. Okay, so we're just gonna go through this. I'm gonna highlight whenever we do encounter any new spatulas, but I'm gonna focus the discussion in this video. It's gonna be kind of long regarding the quality of this game. So if you have watched parts 1 to 4, you may have noticed that I've highlighted my only qualm with this game. Level complete, awesome. By the way, so we got the 3 spatulas again. And yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next level, which we shall see in a moment. Bikini Bottom Boogie. Right, so let's play that. Hopefully we'll be able to get another spatula to complete the set of 3. But anyways, so my only qualm with this, just wanted to point out one more thing. You just saw the exclamation mark beside Patrick. The game is programmed to tell you which characters you need to use to complete the certain level, which I think is a great and thoughtful feature. If they hadn't done that, it would be kind of annoying or slightly harder, because you had to go through every single level, and if you didn't take note of which characters you needed to use to access certain zones in that level, you would need to play it again and again and again. So it's great that they actually put in that feature. It's a very simple feature, but very, very useful, and that is a great job on their part. So yeah, the only qualm that I have is just the controls, as well as the second thing is not really a qualm, it's just a bug, I think. If you every time you close, completely close the app, and then when you reopen it, basically you'll get a barrage of Game Center notifications of achievements that you've already gotten. This is probably because there's a problem with how they register the achievements, but I think this is something they'll just solve in the next. Here we have another spatula, by the way. But something that they'll just solve in a following bug fix update. So that's pretty simple for them to do, I think, at least. But the controls is kind of different because we're using a touch screen and not really using any controllers. Now, I'm not sure if you can use a controller when playing on the Apple TV. One thing I did notice as well when I went onto my Mac, in the macOS App Store, this game is also available there. So you can basically play SpongeBob Petty Pursuit on your Mac. Yes, that is amazing. And if I had known that, I mean, I'm not sure if I can screen record the game on the Mac, but if I had known that, I would have tried to start this playthrough and film this playthrough on the Mac itself using the screen recorder. I haven't tried whether that is possible, but if it is, I'm thinking of doing a 100% walkthrough sometime in the future. It's going to be like a couple hours, to be honest. I'm going to try to go through it as fast as possible, but to collect all the coins. And so if you're interested in a single video featuring a 100% walkthrough, comment box below, and I'll consider that. But for now, we're just going to stick with what we already have, which is our part-by-part playthrough here. So that is all the qualms, just really one qualm and one bug that I noticed. Now, for the pros of this game, I think there are a lot. So firstly, they got the voices of the characters to actually voice the characters in this game, which is absolutely great. That's something I always appreciate, and just by doing some games, right, they just get some random other characters. I mean, it's not so much of a common thing now because firstly, there are not too many SpongeBob video games until recently, and previously, I mean, I think it was just a budget issue or something that they just didn't get, like the voice of Clancy Brown, for instance, in Battle for Bikini Bottom, to voice Mr. Krabs. But I think that's not too much an issue now, and it shows here because it gives you a far more immersive experience. We got the third spatula, so that's great, and now we're going to go into level 1-3, walking around town. So yeah, the voices, much more immersive experience, more realistic, and that's something I really do appreciate. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now the second thing is the graphics. So now you notice the runners, right, SpongeBob and his friends, a lot of the designs are kind of reused, because these designs, I mean, we've seen these specific designs like SpongeBob running there before. We've seen it before, but now they're actually reusing it for this game. And I think the fact that they managed to blend new animations with existing designs is really cool, because it doesn't feel completely like you created a whole new concept of SpongeBob just for this game. It feels like SpongeBob normally, and now he's facing this problem. He has to chase, or chase, right, Plankton, and kind of get the Krabby Patty formula back, get his friends rescued, and it's pretty cool. And his random running animations, his charging animations, his slam down animations are pretty nice as well, very polished, and certainly I do appreciate that very much. Also, the third thing on the character animations, look at Sandy just lassoing there. Like, of course they clearly took inspiration, partially at least, from SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, because that was the first time we saw Sandy being using her lasso, right? It became something very iconic. And I think that, taking inspiration in that manner is a really good thing. We have in later levels, like not later levels, when you use Mr. Krabs, he has a reef blower, and he's just like trying to keep himself flying in a sense, or by using the reef blower to propel himself upwards. So very small details, but these kind of things really do make the game look really nice. And yeah, definitely something I appreciate. And then finally, it's just nice, right? So the SpongeBob, like these little transformer machines that transform SpongeBob into like the accordion springy SpongeBob, or those that transform him later in the next video. You'll see again SpongeBob transforming into a jellyfish, and so on. I think those are really creative. Yep, and then we'll continue here. But anyway, so as I was saying, the last, ooh man, I just fell in there. Okay, yeah, the last main thing that, in fact, my favorite pro of this game is clearly the backgrounds. These backgrounds are it seems 3D. I mean, they're probably not 3D, they're just 2D, but made to look like they're overlaid on each other, so that it's not just a blended one. It's not just a single sheet of background. It feels like they're overlaid onto each other, and that gives the background some depth as well. This is the bonus level. We're gonna try to get as many spatulas. I mean, there are only 2 left, so we'll use Mr. Krabs since there is an exclamation mark there. Yeah, but let's just look at this level, right? So we have buildings, the boats, and then just those rocks, the coral in the background. Then we also have characters. Now these characters are clearly 2D, so the background seems like it's 3D, but the characters are 2D. We got a new spatula. Great. Okay, yeah, so we're passing through here, and you can see just characters around the level. And then this guy sitting with his newspaper. So, policeman as well. And in the background, we have some, what looks like umbrellas. I think those are umbrellas from Goo Lagoon. So actually, one more thing, right? So the backgrounds look 3D. The main gameplay area also looks 3D. I mean, it could be 3D, right? It's not the same graphical style as SpongeBob and his friends, and that also gives it a contrast, makes it look pretty good. And we have Bikini Bottom, or at least the classic tower, the anchor, and the fan or the windmill tower. Yeah, so those 3 things are some of the most iconic buildings from Bikini Bottom in the classic map of SpongeBob, of Bikini Bottom at least, in the older SpongeBob episodes. So yeah, comment box below, what do you think about this game, and where do you like this game? I'm pretty sure many of you do like this game, especially for the graphics. I'm neutral about the idea of running. When the teaser came out, I thought this was going to be another Sponge on the Run, the 2015 app, like this kind of Subway Surfer style apps. So that kind of made me not too excited. But once I saw what this actually is, it's not just running, right? It's solving puzzles, getting to interact with, or seeing how these characters interact as well. And then, it's just a really cool game. So yeah, we're almost done with this level, I think. So let's just try to get past this and avoid getting stabbed. So this is a Mr. Krabs zone. Here we have some treasure. Basically, Mr. Krabs will literally smash the vault doors open just to get the treasure. So 3 treasure chests there. Alrighty, and that is the end of the level. So, we did get one more spatula. I mean, that's great, and a lot more coins. So I think we still need to come back with Plankton or Gary. I'm not sure which of, well, both or not, but yeah, anyway, that's all for this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comments, etc. Keep right here on SpongeBob 101. I'll see you guys in part 6, where we revisit Jellyfish Fields. See you guys later. Bye.